Hey guys, this is Jake Machiney with Unknown Munitions, and today I'm here to hopefully educate you a little bit on medium actions, the why, the who, the what, the where, the how, and cover everything that's out here on the table and hopefully give you a better understanding of why you would want a medium action and what benefits that it could give you. Since we have released the medium Vesper and I've started talking about our new bottom metal and mag with a 3.400 inside mag length, I've gotten a lot of questions kind of all across the board about mediums and why a medium and so on. So that's really why we're doing this video. I did take the opportunity, we Googled medium action just to see what came up and what kind of information was available. The first thing that popped up was an XLR article, which is actually a very good article. It talks about why a medium and how it optimizes short magnum cartridges. But there are some things that have already changed from XLR's perspective, like this new magazine we made for their chassis. So I'm going to just start at the top and hopefully just work through all of the questions that I've received and hopefully you guys learn something by the end here. So to start off, this is a Bat Machine Vesper action. We originally did this in a long action and we've just released the mediums. The first batch just came in and these are ready for immediate delivery. But I'm here to tell you why you would want a medium instead of a long and then how all these things kind of interact together, how you order a stock and all that good stuff. So this has a 3.400 load port in the bottom of the action, and our Unknown Munitions bottom metal and mag has an available magazine with 3.400 inside length here. Now what that means for you is that you can even load and build a 7 PRC on a medium action now. The 7 PRC SAMI spec is 3350, so this is the only action bottom metal and mag combination in the world that you can build a 7 PRC on that's not a long action. So again, our medium Vesper with a UM bottom metal and magazine can fit 3.400 inside the mag. Ryan and I just finished load development on our new comp rifle shooting 7 PRC with a 190 A-tip, and our final load ended up being 3.380. So we can actually load our new load for the comp rifles in our magazine here because it has that 3.400 overall length. Pretty awesome. What else you have out here in front of you? So we have a 6.5 PRC. So from your left to right, 6.5 PRC, 7 SAUM, 300 WSM, and 7 PRC. And these are a small example of the cartridges that would be benefited by running a medium action instead of a short action. Generally, a short action is limited to 2.950 overall length. And for example, a 6.5 PRC and a SAMI chamber shooting a 156 Burger is 3.050 touching the lands. That means that if you had a 2.950 box and you wanted to leave yourself 10th hour room in front of the ammo, you would be 110 thousandths away from the lands in a SAMI rifle. So nothing custom, nothing special. If you wanted to run the 156 in your rifle, you'd be 110 thousandths off the lands because you were limited by mag length. Now that basically reduces performance of that cartridge because the bullet is now taking up valuable case capacity and it has to jump that far to engage the lands, and the odds are is it might not shoot very well jumping to that distance, and you don't have any options at that point because you're limited by your mag length. So one of the first reasons why you would run a medium instead of a short action is to optimize short magnum cartridges like the ones you see in front of you here. Now, once we've established that you want to shoot a 6.5 PRC, 6.5 SAUM, 7 SAUM, 300 WSM, 7 WSM, any combination of those up to a 7 PRC, now that we know that's a cartridge you want to run, if you want to optimize performance, you do not want to build that on a short action. This is where the medium comes into play. So to try and reduce some of the stigma around the reason medium scares guys is because it's not a 700 standard. It's not a Remington 700 standard length of action. So everything you've known up to this point was a Remington 700 short or a Remington 700 long. And now we've created this new standard right in the middle that technically doesn't have a standard. And I think it scares guys. It scares guys because they don't know how to order the parts for their rifle. They don't know which parts work with what or why to even use a medium in the first place. So we'll start off with, so we talked about actions here. You have the Bat Machine Vesper medium. You have a Lone Peak Fusion titanium medium. Defiance just released their new XM Plus you have a Zermatt medium and a Stiller medium. So again, Bat Machine, Lone Peak, Defiance with their XM Plus, Stiller, and Zermatt all have the same inlet for their medium action. Same inlet. So to demonstrate that, this stock here was ordered for a Lone Peak medium action inlet. So of course, because of that, the Lone Peak is going to drop right in. But that means that the Bat Vesper will also drop right in. Okay. So both the Bat Vesper medium and the Lone Peak medium will fit in a Lone Peak medium inlet. So if you guys wanted to run a Bat medium and you want to get a stock ordered up, we are working on getting 3D printed nubs for quality control to all the stock manufacturers. But basically, ask for a Lone Peak medium from AG Composites, from Macmillan, from Manners, and our action is going to drop in the same spot as a Lone Peak medium. So that kind of removes the first, let's say, drawback things that guys are scared of, is they're worried about the action inlet and are things going to line up. So again, if you're going to order a stock, but you want to run a Bat Vesper or any of those other actions that I listed, it's the same stock inlet. The one thing that might change from action to action is this load port cutout. And this is easily altered when you are doing final fit and finish or first fit and finish on a custom rifle. This is something we as gunsmiths and rifle builders, we modify this all the time. So don't worry too much about that ejection port cutout. So the next thing you would worry about is your bottom metal and magazine and kind of what works with what. Everything that you're going to order for a medium is basically going to be a Hawkins M5. So M5 is, again, that shape up here on the front of the nose of the bottom metal. It's a nice rounded, it's not like a parallel line kind of tongue action. It's definitely wider than what you would call a BDL. There's not really a BDL that's available, a BDL inlet that's available for a medium action, because everything for medium is aftermarket. Nothing was a standard, again, from Remington 700s. Everything is aftermarket at this point. So in this stock right now, this is a Hawkins Hunter DBM. And again, this stock was ordered for a Hawkins M5 medium. Now you can take out that Hawkins M5 and you can drop in the unknown munitions bottom metal and mag in the same spot. So again, if you want to run a medium Vesper and an unknown munitions bottom metal and magazine, you order a Hawkins M5 and a Lone Peak medium for the top. And eventually we'll get all those guys dialed in with all of our prints and everything else. But for now, that's how you would order something. So the benefits of an unknown munitions bottom metal and magazine, again, is that 3.4 inside length, 3.4 inside the mag. Now that lines up with a Bat Vesper action, but our action is the only medium on the market that can fit 3.400 inside. Everybody else is 3.250. So what we did is we also created a magazine that's 3.250 inside here that lines up perfect with Lone Peak and takes the same bottom metal. So we call the longer versions for our actions the XL version. So you can get a medium UM DBM, a medium UM magazine, and you can order it in the standard length, which is 3.250, and this will bolt right up to your Hawkins or right up to your Lone Peak medium action. Let's see. Moving on, we have a XLR chassis up here. So XLR is one of the few chassis manufacturers that makes a medium inlet that, again, would work with any of these actions that we're talking about that are all the same. The big drawback that XLR had with their medium was this big hunkus was the only magazine available to fit this chassis. That is a 10-round magazine from MDT. And from a hunting perspective, this is not really what you want to run. So because we developed the medium Vesper and we built a lot of rifles on the XLR chassis, we took it upon ourselves to make a better option. So we come out with a 3-round single stack center feed CNC aluminum magazine that drops right into that same spot and you're ready to go. So obviously this is a better form factor than having this big old magazine hanging down. So this magazine is also 3.250 inside, and it matches up with any of those actions, Lone Peak, Bat Vesper. You can always have a smaller length of ammo in your load port. You just can't ever have a longer piece of ammo than what your load port allows. This is the XLR magnesium chassis. It's got all their options on it. It's got the bag rider, it's got the thumb rest, and this is the magnesium version with a carbon grip. These run right about 1,300 bucks. But now that you have that magazine option, these are pretty freaking awesome for a hunting build on a medium. This rifle right here, you've seen it several times, but this is a 7 PRC rifle that's built on a medium action with our DBM and Mag, and it, you know, load development went fantastic, feed's fantastic. This already sold to a customer, we'll pick it up soon. And I think I've covered about everything that I wanted to. Hopefully you guys learned something from the video and figured out how all these components interact with each other and how to order the right stuff. We're also going to do a podcast about all this that'll give me kind of a longer period of time to talk you through it. If you guys have any questions at all on medium stuff, you're welcome to call Unknown Munitions 262-6103 and get the rifles extension. That's going to come to me, and I'll help you work through any issues you might have. We are going to do a unique discount code just for the next 10 days. So this is from May. This will come out May 11th tomorrow. It'll be good to May 21st. If you guys order a Bat Vesper medium and an Unknown Munitions bottom metal and mag together, you're going to get 10% off. So the code is medium rocks, and that's going to save you 232 bucks. And again, all of this stuff is in stock, available for immediate delivery. Again, if you got any questions, feel free to call, email, whatever you can do. We're going to post this up on YouTube. We're going to start a thread on Rockslide so we can help answer questions there as well. And like I said, we're going to get a podcast going tomorrow to cover the rest of the details. But thank you.